Colorado Lagoon is a small wetland located in Long Beach, California. The lagoon is a 13-acre, multi-purpose facility that combines recreation and tidal water habitat. This now urban wetland was historically part of the greater Los Cerritos wetlands that once encompassed over 2,400 acres of San Gabriel River Delta in East Long Beach. Over the years, the lagoon's tidal influence has been continually muted as its connection to the larger Alamitos Bay has been narrowed. Currently, the only connection to the tides is through a 1,000-foot culvert that runs underground between the lagoon and the bay. Despite its fragmentation, Colorado Lagoon is still home to a multitude of marine animals while acting as a superb resting area for residential and migratory avian species. In addition to offering a refuge for curious octopuses, schooling fish, and endangered pelicans, this estuary is one of the few places to find salt marsh plants in Los Angeles County. The lagoon boasts an attractive collection of charismatic wetland flora and fauna. It is also an historic part of the neighborhood. In modern times, it has been a tranquil landmark since the 1932 United States Olympic Trials, when they held the diving and swimming events at the Colorado Lagoon. The area around the lagoon has grown and the usage of the urban wetland has grown as well. It has been documented that upwards of 3,000 people each day visited the lagoon during the middle of last century. Unfortunately, urban impacts such as stormwater runoff, noise and light pollution, litter, and decreased tidal flushing have constrained the optimal healthy functioning of the lagoon. However, thousands of people still flock here in the summer to play, swim, and rest, mirroring the birds who call it home in the winter. Friends of the Colorado Lagoon, or FOCL, is a coalition of concerned citizens working to preserve and restore the Colorado Lagoon. FOCL is a community group that promotes cooperative solutions to ensure a healthy balance between recreation, flood management, safe water, and wildlife habitat for Colorado Lagoon.
Friends of Colorado Lagoon is a coalition of concerned citizens, neighbors who live in this area that are very excited about the Colorado Lagoon, very interested in protecting it, restoring it to a viable salt marsh habitat. We have an education program that is 3 years strong. We've serviced over 9,000 students in the local community in the last year. We've had over 78 events in the last year, and we are using that as a template to grow. We plan on having at least that many next year and growing from there.
Historically, the Colorado Lagoon has undergone various detrimental ecological impacts that have affected the water quality, making it dangerous for both animals and people alike. While today we are faced with the results of these impacts, there is a restoration effort in process. Friends of Colorado Lagoon have worked proactively with the City of Long Beach to ensure proper restoration of this degraded site. The complete restoration of the habitat and swimming area is a very large undertaking involving many partners, and Friends of Colorado Lagoon has made the restoration of the lagoon our top priority. The restorative efforts are exciting, and FOCL has taken the lead of creating change with our community-based restoration and education programs.
Our coastal salt marshes in Southern California are heavily impacted with urbanization. We've lost up to 75% of them historically, and this is a great opportunity to just restore about a little over a half a mile of coastal salt marsh along our shoreline of the Pacific Ocean. Where we're planting used to be one monotypic stand of ice plant from South Africa. It was planted about 20 years ago by the local residents and took over the entire bank of the lagoon. We removed it over the past year, and now the site's ready to install all sorts of native vegetation.
Education at the Colorado Lagoon has been occurring for centuries, if not millennia. As a part of the historic Los Cerritos wetlands, which once encompassed over 2,400 acres, the Colorado Lagoon was undoubtedly a place of exploration for local native peoples, the Tongva. In more recent times, modern Long Beachians have been utilizing the lagoon as a place for recreation and leisure. FOCL believes that education should be fun, and utilizing the natural resources of the lagoon facilitates that enjoyment. FOCL started programs in January of 2006 with the opening of the Wetlands and Marine Science Education Center, or WAMSEC. The WAMSEC has been the hub for involvement at the Colorado Lagoon, and with the instructional mural enveloping the facade, it is also the catalyst for creativity. There is a place for everyone at the Colorado Lagoon, and Friends of Colorado Lagoon is dedicated to providing the opportunity for everyone's involvement. Whether you want only to swim in clean water, watch birds fly free and healthy, or plant a fragrant sage as habitat for local fauna, the Friends of Colorado Lagoon have built a home for nature lovers in the Long Beach community.